Lakers Nation, what is going on? So it's Miss 81 here back with a new video. As you guys know, the regular season is officially over, game 82, and the Lakers didn't, win, obviously, against the Portland Trailblazers. We did lose to close out our season, but our record is 50 and 32. And to be honest, guys, I really don't care. Obviously, the Portland Trailblazers are trying to lose. They're not trying to win basketball games, and they're tanking. But let's be honest, we didn't have Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Austin Reeves as a third option. We didn't have Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, our most important, role players and our closers, right? But we really had thought to connect Bronny James as a rookie going up against the Portland Trailblazers and Donovan Clegan, their center. He's a rookie. They got Delanto Bannon, but they didn't have Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, a starter. They didn't even have Robert Williams. So pretty much it was just G League players going up against G League players. But the Lakers will lose the game. The final score is like 109 to 81. But the most important thing is that the Lakers clinch the third seed. And that's all I care about, flexing. The Lakers found out who their first round matchup's going to be. And guess who it is? It's Ant-Man, their young superstar player who's like 22, 23 years of age. And we're going up against Minnesota Timberwolves. But the great thing is that the Lakers finally have home court for like the first time since, 2012. So we're going to have pretty much 5 to 7 days off. So that is very huge. That's why the Lakers decided to rest their players yesterday. But guess what? The Clippers beat the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors in the play-in tournament going up against John Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Houston Rockets, I don't know why they decided to do this. Obviously, they're young. They really don't have much experience. They don't want to just, be rusty heading into the round one of the playoffs. But they played all their starters, and I don't think it was a good idea, but that was a decision. And they lost to the Denver Nuggets at home. I mean, they got blown out. Obviously, the Minnesota Timberwolves did beat the Utah Jazz, a tanking team, at home. It was actually a close game, and then obviously Minnesota Timberwolves are able to pull it out at home. So that's why Minnesota is a 6th seed facing my Los Angeles Lakers, 3rd seed. So the question is, who you got and how many games? Good question. Now, obviously, I'm a Lakers fan. I'm going to be biased, but I think it could go to 5, 6 games. Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Batman, Lakers in 5. All jokes aside, all seriousness, but I think it's going to be a very tough series. Obviously, I have respect for Anthony Edwards. He's one of my favorite players in the league, and also the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're one of the few teams in the Western Conference that I do respect. So I would hate to send them home, but obviously I'm a diehard Lakers fan, and I love Anthony Edwards. But he's their only star player. They did trade Karl Anthony Towns in the offseason. They got Julius Randle. He got Dante DiVincenzo. But let's just be honest, they're not a great three-point shooting team. They're heavily rely on Anthony Edwards. I mean, I did see a stat that he's the youngest player in NBA history to lead the league in three-pointers made. Last night, he had 45, 47 points for them against the Utah Jazz. But I think the paint's going to be packed. Obviously, Julius Randle isn't like this elite three-point shooter, not great three-point shooter. Can he knock down a three-point shot? Obviously, he's capable, but he's really relying on his mid-range game. And 2, he's injury-prone. He can't really stay healthy. And 3, he's one of the biggest choke artists in the playoffs. So the Lakers do have that advantage. Honestly, think we can play Rudy Gobert off the court. Obviously, he's won Defense Player of the Year, but he really doesn't have a bag offensively except for that post hook. Doesn't really have this great, offensive skill set. He could be unplayable, but very good defensively, rebounding, be a lob threat. And also, you got Naz Reid, who's won 6 Man of the Year award before, but very good three-point shooter. Obviously, he's going to cause havoc inside the paint, but the advantage is that the Lakers can throw some bodies, and that's where Naz Reid would just be outside in the perimeter instead of being in the paint, because he got guys like Jordan Goodwin, we got Jared Vanderbilt, you got Dorian Finney-Smith, 3-and-D wing, we got Gabe Vincent. Now, in my personal opinion, I do believe they're going to put Anthony Edwards and Austin Reeves. You're going to put Luka Doncic and have him guard their player in Jaden McDaniels. That's what I was trying to think. But I think Rui Hachimura can be our X factor, which he might have the advantage because you're going up against Naz Reid, who's 6'9", but he's big. He can be physical. The only thing is that the Lakers really don't have size in the paint, and that's my concern going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Some people might say this might be a terrible matchup, but you got to keep in mind, you got Jackson Hayes. I just don't think he's starting material, and he should be our backup center. But Luka Doncic has made him look good. The only question mark is that he's skinny. He's too frail. He weighs about 220 pounds. Yes, he's like, 6'11", 7 feet tall, but at the same time, you got to keep in mind, the Minnesota Timberwolves are just going to make Jackson Hayes work, and Jackson Hayes is going to be worn down. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not sure if they're going to have Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert at the same time on the court, but they're not that great of a three-point shooting team. You got Naz Reid, who can be red hot. You got Anthony Edwards, who's leading the league in three-pointers made. You got Dante DiVincenzo. You got Julius Randle, who's not a great three-point shooter. Yes, he could be hot and cold, but that's where the Lakers do have the advantage, so that's why I have us going 5 or 6 games. So I think the paint is going to be packed, and that's why Luka Doncic is going to put barbecue chicken alert on Rudy Gobert like he did last year when he was on the Dallas Mavericks, and he cooked him out on the perimeter because he wasn't there to close inside the paint and be there. You get what I'm trying to say, but those are my thoughts on the whole series. Lakers fans, NBA fans, general, you guys let me know in the comment section how do you guys feel about this. Now, in order for the Lakers to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, which I think we're capable of, we have to have Luka Doncic, LeBron James just be transcendent and neutralize Anthony Edwards, because Anthony Edwards, keep in mind, he's already said that he doesn't like playing the Los Angeles Lakers. They give him problems, especially on the defense end. You got Jared Vanderbilt. Now that you got Jordan Goodwin, Gabe Vincent, Dorian Finney-Smith, you could throw these bigger bodies on Anthony Edwards. Now, I know this is off topic, but I wish the Lakers would have kept Cam Reddish, because the more bodies, the better. You still got Alex Len. I don't even know if he's playoff eligible, but I don't think he is. That's why the Lakers did bring in Jordan Goodwin. And he's not on a two-way contract. He's actually eligible to play for the playoffs, but I'm not sure about Christian Koloko or Trey Jemison. I would just put Trey Jemison, especially for spot minutes. He could be our, third string center or backup center to Jackson Hayes, because the Lakers are very limited inside the interior. But on the perimeter, the Lakers would be fine. Let me know in the comment section how do you guys feel about it. I forgot to say, Anthony Edwards had 43 points, not 45 or 47. I was wrong, but he had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 7 three-pointers made. And to be honest, guys, the Minnesota Timberwolves are struggling to start the season off. Obviously, they had to gel together because of the Karl-Anthony Towns trade going to the New York Knicks in the offseason. But after All-Star break, they've been gelling. Obviously, Julius Randle came back from injury. You got Dante DiVincenzo, who was supposed to be out for a while with injury. I'm pretty sure he's back. But this is going to be a very good matchup. I think it could go either way, 5, 6 games. I don't think it's going to go to 7, depending if the refs want to stretch it out. But I'm kind of concerned. At the same time, I'm not. Same breath, who I could see winning. But I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Lakers. Anthony Edwards does struggle against the Lakers, and he's their only star. So if Luka Doncic is having an off night, then you got LeBron James and Austin Reeves. But if Austin Reeves is having an off night, then you got LeBron James, Luka Doncic. So you got our big three. The Minnesota Timberwolves only got Anthony Edwards, and that's about it. If Rudy Gobert is played off the court, then I think the Lakers can win the series. But the Lakers got a bunch of shooters like Dorian Finney-Smith, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent can light it up. You got Rui Hachimura, who can light it up out on the three-point line, especially in the corner, and his mid-range game. But like I said, I think he's going to be the X factor for the Los Angeles Lakers. Even Dorian Finney-Smith or Gabe Vincent are role players, because we've seen time and time where Dorian Finney-Smith would have 20 points, hit like 6 three-pointers made, and Gabe Vincent have 20 points and hit 6 three-pointers made. Even in that game, I'm pretty sure it was against the Houston Rockets, correct me if I'm wrong, or was it the New Orleans Pelicans? It was one of those games. But the Lakers are the 3rd seed. Hyped up that the Lakers don't have to be a play-in tournament team, because every single season since 2019, 2020, the Lakers have been a play-in team. After that, the Lakers have to fight in, win 20 out of the last 23 games, especially to get into the play-in tournament. Not even talk about the playoffs, winning the last 2 games against New Orleans Pelicans. So the break is going to be huge. Obviously, LeBron James is near 22. He's 40. So the more rest, the much better. And we have our home crowd. The Lakers have been one of the best home teams in the league. I'm pretty sure like third. But yeah, man, like the video to get it to more people. Share it with the family. Share it with your friends, a dog, whoever. It really don't care. Also subscribe. We're on the road to 3K subs. Really trying to reach it. I'm pretty sure I'm at 2,449 subscribers. So, or 2,949 subscribers. My apology. And also turn on notification bell so you guys get notified whenever you see my videos or posts. But like I said, the regular season is officially over, and we got the playoffs. We got our matchups, and the more content I'm gonna post, I'm gonna be more consistent daily. But let me know in the comment section, who do you guys have? Do you guys have the Lakers, or do you guys have the Minnesota Timberwolves? And how many games do you guys have? Because you guys see it on the screen according to Legend Hoops. And I'm out of here. Cheers.